Hey YouTube, what's up? I just thought of a good topic I wanted to talk about here, and it'll be good so I can get a couple extra videos on my channel before people really start coming in looking at it. I don't even know if people are gonna notice these or not, to be honest, but whatever. I'm still gonna post them. Anyways, the topic I was thinking of is games and gaming consoles. What I mean by that is, so I've been seeing a lot of ads for The Last of Us for the PS3. I've been seeing gameplay footage of that game, and I've got a lot of friends who are talking about it, and it looks like a really fun game. Woe is me, I don't have a PlayStation. The only PlayStation I own is PS2, and I got that a long time ago. I have a Xbox 360, and they don't make The Last of Us for the 360. And really, this subject kind of pisses me off, just because it's like there's a lot of games that are specific to consoles. For example, obviously, Last of Us is exclusively for PlayStation. One that I'm thinking of that I know a couple of my friends are kind of pissed off about is Halo. A lot of my friends come over. I'm a big Halo gamer. Um, a lot of my friends will come over and we'll play some Halo or something. They really enjoy playing it, but they don't have an Xbox, so they can't play Halo because Halo is strictly for the Xbox 360. Um, and really, I guess it kind of makes no, it really doesn't make sense to me. I don't get why companies will make a game strictly for the PlayStation or strictly for the Xbox or the GameCube or whatever. I mean, I don't even know if they still make GameCube games, but it just I get that it's a whole marketing thing. Maybe if somebody see, their idea is maybe somebody's gonna see this really cool game for the PlayStation, and we're only gonna make it for the PlayStation. We're not gonna make it for any other console. Their idea, I'm pretty sure that they're thinking is, maybe they'll want this game bad enough that they'll go out and drop, two, three, $400 on a brand new console. Bullshit. That's not gonna happen. Nobody in this world has enough money to go out and buy a new game console every time they see a game they like. There are tons of games that I want to play, and I can't play them because they're all for PlayStation. And I don't have a PlayStation. I don't play PS3. I don't play PS4. I don't even know if PS4 is out yet. I don't know. But it's just it amazes me. And then what's more is that a lot of times they'll come out with a new game console like PS2 and PS3. That's a great example. Because I do have a PS2. I don't know if I already said that or not, but I do have a PS2. And you know, one of the other marketing scams they have, well, not scam, but one of their other marketing things that they do is that they'll come out with a new game console, and then they'll make these PlayStation games that don't work on, original PlayStation or PlayStation 2. And there is some technical issues behind that. Processors, I don't really know how the entire thing works. I'm not very technically proficient, but I do get that they're like it with the PS2 and the PS3. The PS3 has a lot more, circuits and wires and all that than the PS2 does. But they make these. They make each time they make a new game console, they make it so much more advanced that they don't have. You can't play the old. You can't play the new games on the old system. Now that's not true for every console. When I was a kid, I had a friend who had a original PlayStation. I'd bring over my PlayStation 2 games all the time. I'd bring over Sly Cooper and Resident Evil and all that crap. I'd bring it over to his house and we'd play it on his original PlayStation. Um, the original Xbox games. They can work on the Xbox 360. I can play the original Xbox Halo. I can play the original Halo Combat Evolved. I can play that on the 360, although I don't need to anymore thanks to Halo Anniversaries. But before that came out, I could easily play Combat Evolved on my Xbox 360. Um, But like, take example the PS2 and the PS3. You can't take a PS2 game. You can probably take a PS2 game and play it on the PS3, but I know for a fact you're not going to be able to take a PS3 game and play it on the PS2. That's what pisses me off. Is they say, okay, you want to play our new games? That's fine. You got to go and buy a new console. So in addition to the what $60 it is to buy a brand new game, it's an additional 200-300 bucks to buy a new console. And with buying a new console, always comes the frustrations of how the hell do I put this thing together? How the hell do I hook this thing up to the internet? Or I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Like I said, I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to technology. I can barely get this damn computer to work. Um, but I had that problem when I got my Xbox 360. It was the first game, it was the first console I ever got that had online capabilities, and I had no idea how to hook it up to the internet. So in addition to, the $60 I had to pay for the game, and the $300 I had to spend on the 360, and then the $100 I had to spend on the wireless adapter, I also had to pay an additional $200 to have somebody who knows what the hell they're doing come over to my house and hook it up for me, because to me it all looked like every wire just looks the same and I've got no idea how to work it. And it's the same with, it'll be the same with every console I ever buy in the future. Um, it'll be the same. I mean, I don't know how these things work, and I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of other people out there like me who have no idea how this stuff really works. We just want to play the video games. Um, so like, let's do a little math here. All right, damn, I hate math. I cannot believe I just said that. Anyways, let's do a little math here. So, 60 for the game. All right, we got $60. Then $300 for the, whatever, the Xbox 360 or the Xbox One. I guess that's what the newest one is, the Xbox One. All right, and actually, I have no idea. I have no knowledge about the Xbox One at all, so I'm just going to stick with 360 here. So we pay $300 for the Xbox 360. We pay $60 for the game. That's $360 right there. And then we pay an additional $100 to get an internet adapter. All right, so that's $460. Now, for me, I have to have somebody. I have to pay somebody to come over here and hook this shit up for me. So that's like what, another $100 right there. So we're up to $560 so I can play a fucking game. Um, this is just, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much money all of this is costing. And to be honest, I don't mind spending a lot of money for something that I'm going to use for a long time and for something that I'm going to enjoy. But it's like some of these Xbox games, like I should probably start doing GameFly or something, because you can try games for free and just pay like a monthly fee to them or something. But like, let's say you don't have GameFly, you gotta, you'll pay $60 for a game, and you'll play it for about 5 minutes and realize that that game sucks, that you completely hate that game, that it's worthless, that it's a piece of shit. And I mean, I've done that so many times. I've paid top dollar for a brand new game because, I've had friends say, oh, it's so cool, it's so badass, it's this, it's that. I plug it in. The first 5 minutes, I am utterly disappointed. I cannot even begin to explain how many times that has happened to me, how many times it's happened to my friends, and I cannot even describe the frustration it brings. I mean, I literally want to pick up my Xbox and snap it over my knee. Um, that among other things. I usually try to buy cheap stuff so I can break that instead of my $300 Xbox. But it's just like I'll get frustrated with this stuff to the point where it's like, I just want to break something. I want to, smash something into a million tiny pieces. And, like I said, I bet you anything that there are other people out there, probably somebody watching this video right now, who is the exact same way. They get fed up with, all this crap and they just want to break their Xbox or their PlayStation or, whatever the hell you're playing. Um, because we just did the math. This really adds up. And it literally just now occurred to me, how much money we actually spend on this. Um, and it's amazing, like how much I get why they're so expensive because of the materials involved, the process involved, the labor involved. I get that all takes it takes time, it takes effort, it takes a lot of materials that are not cheap. But I mean, at the same time, it's like, I get the feeling that, X amount of years into the future, we're going to have game consoles that are so expensive that it's going to cost millions to the makers because they're going to make all these systems and nobody's going to buy it because it's so much money and nobody can afford it. And then there's always those few people that can, but I'm not talking about them. This video does not apply to them. Um, and well, I'm gonna kind of switch topics here because I've been talking about this for like 12 minutes now, and I'm gonna close the video up here pretty soon too. Um, but on terms of how much money we spend on things, I recently I keep all my receipts for everything I buy. If I buy a game, I keep the receipt. If I buy a pack of cigarettes, I keep the receipt. If I buy a cup of coffee, I keep the receipt. It doesn't matter what it is, I always keep the receipt because I always like to know how much money I'm spending. And what really amazes me is how much money we'll spend on so many different things. Coffee, for example. I drink coffee every day. I drink a lot of coffee every day. Um, it's really expensive. Um, I think that I'm not sure the exact amount that I spent on coffee last month, but I know it was close to about $100 in 1 week. And yeah, I do drink a lot of coffee, and that has something to do with it. But at the same time, it's like, I had no idea that I had spent that much money on coffee. Cigarettes, the cigarettes are like 5, 6, 7 bucks a pack, depending on what kind you smoke. Thank God I found a cigarette that I like that's under $5. I smoke L&Ms. But still, 2 packs, that's $10. 4 packs, that's $20. 8 packs, that's $40. That's still a lot of money. And I'll smoke up to like 3 packs a day. So at a minimum, I'm spending about $15 a day on something that in the end is going to end up killing me. Um, and for those commenters, oh, you should quit. So much better to quit. Oh, haha, I don't smoke. Yeah, just leave those out of the comments. I already know that, and I really don't care. Um, another thing, gas. That's really expensive. It's getting close to $4 a gallon. You know, I mean, and if you drive around a lot, if you've got multiple jobs and you're driving around a lot, that's really expensive. Um, but I actually probably shouldn't have said that because I'm gonna get a bunch of the comments now saying go hybrids, go hybrids. No, shut the fuck up. I do not want to hear about hybrids. You do not want to get me started on hybrids. Um, cars, that's another thing that is really expensive. Although you're not going to be buying those very often, those are still really expensive. Um, I mean, you can find cheap cars for a couple $1,000s. That's not too bad. But I mean, like, there's a lot of people who, they'll sell cars like dealerships, for example. Um, lemons, especially shitty, shitty, shitty cars. Uh, you know, you pay a lot of money for a shitty car, and then you drive it off the lot and it breaks, and you can't even get a little bit of your money back. Um, God, there's a bunch of things that there are a lot of things that are really, really expensive. You spend a lot of money on. A lot of these things are just recurring costs. You know, um, my grocery bill. Uh, until I started really looking at my money and looking at my situation, my grocery bill was, I was living with my mom, and my grocery bill was about $200 every time I went shopping, and that was about once a week. Um, and it's like, that right there is another thing, really expensive. Um, and I've read a lot about ways to cut down on costs. Buy an e-cig. That's one thing I did do is I bought an e-cigarette to replace the cost of smoking, and that cut, but mine broke. That's why I'm smoking like a train right now. But you know, instead of spending like speaking of which, I'm gonna smoke another one. Instead of spending like 15, $20 a day on cigarettes, I was spending about $5, $6 a week on this e-cigarette liquid, and it was pretty good. And I for people who smoke, you guys probably already know about e-cigs, um, but by a slim chance that there's somebody who's watching this video who does not smoke and you don't know about e-cigs, definitely check these things out. They're really great. You can get all different kinds of flavors. They've got flavors that taste like candy. They've got flavors that taste like fruits. They've got, flavors that taste like alcohol. They got, Marlboro flavor. They got camel flavor. They've got L&M flavor. They got brandy and Corona and Budweiser, and then they got Irish cream, and I could go down the list. They've literally got thousands and thousands of flavors, and the best thing is you can. I'm not exactly sure how to do this. I know that there's YouTube videos on it, but you can actually make your own flavors. The only thing I know how you do it is you buy basically what e-cig fluid is it's a fluid that has nicotine in it, and at the place where I get my e-cig fluid, I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is New Mexico, by the way. I'm visiting family in Oregon. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I live right next to the smoke shop called Oasis Smoke Shop. What they do is they fill a bottle halfway up with this nicotine fluid, and then they fill it half up with flavorings. And like I said, flavorings, they've got all different kinds. I don't need to go down the list again. But I know that I know that there's some way you can make your own e-cig fluid. I've got a friend who makes his own e-cig fluid, and he actually started up his own vape shop, which is pretty cool. Um, and and the other thing I was gonna say is that with this nicotine fluid, it comes in all different milligrams of nicotine. Um, it goes anywhere from 30 milligrams of nicotine, which is a lot. That's what I usually put in my e-cig. Um, that's for people who smoke 2+ packs a day. It goes from 30 milligrams of nicotine to zero. Absolutely no nicotine in it whatsoever. It's just the flavor. Um, and it's actually it's pretty nice because a lot of times a lot of times I want a cigarette, but I can't go outside. It's too hot. I mean, in Albuquerque in the summer, it's 100 plus degrees. It's hot. It's unbearable to be outside. It's awful to be outside. And yeah, one of the things I found is one other benefit I found for e-cigarettes is that you can smoke them indoors. The only place I've found where I cannot smoke an e-cigarette is in an airport and in a hospital, and both of those are kind of obvious why you can't smoke them in there. Um, but I mean, I'll go to restaurants. I'll go to IHOP and I'll just take and I want a cigarette, but we're in the middle of dinner or breakfast, lunch, whatever, and I don't want to get up from the table. I just whip the e-cig out of my pocket, take a couple puffs, and put it back in my pocket. It's great. I can smoke it inside the house. Um, I can smoke it inside the house. Nobody cares. Um, in fact, what I found is that when I'm smoking an e-cig, uh, people don't mind being around me. When I'm smoking a normal cigarette, for every non-smoker, people do not want to be around people who, if you're a non-smoker, you do not want to be around somebody who's smoking a cigarette. Why? It smells nasty, it looks nasty, it makes your clothes stink, it makes you stink, whatever you got, it just reeks of cigarette smoke. Well, with an e-cig, it's all just water vapor. Um, wow, I got really off topic here, but I'm just going to finish my sentence anyways. It's all just water vapor, so it doesn't stain walls, it doesn't stain rugs, it doesn't stain upholstery. Um, it smells nice. When I'm smoking an e-cig, people don't mind being around me while I'm smoking an e-cig because it smells nice. It smells like whatever flavor I'm smoking. I'm smoking I don't know. I'm smoking blueberry ice cream. I don't know. And I exhale some of that water vapor, and people take a whiff of it, and it's like, oh, hey, that smells pretty nice. I don't think I'm gonna move away from this guy. It's not bothering me. Anyways, so that's done. Got really off topic there. Looking at the time, I'm just gonna make this video half an hour. I don't know. I'll juggle fruit or something just to pass the time. Um, I think one of the most cost efficient things that I have ever done is going back to the whole video games thing, which is where this video started at. One of the most cost efficient things I've done is I buy used video games. So, I don't get, the newest game right off the shelf when it first comes out. I wait until somebody plays it, beats the game, doesn't gets all the achievements, and it's like, okay, well, I'm kind of done with this game. I'm just gonna sell it to make a little bit of extra money. They sell that $60 game for like, you know, $20 or something like that, and then I go there and they're selling it for like $30. That's half the price. The one of the other things I do is, I finally signed up for GameFly, GameFly is really good. It's you know, I pay a small monthly fee, and you know, I get to try all these games for free. I get to you know, I get to order these games that come in the mail. You know, I pick it out, I play it, I keep it for as long as I want. There's no late fees on it. You know, I can keep it for 3 years, and you know, then I'll finally send it back, and you know, they'll be like, okay, what game do you want next? I mean, I can keep it for life. I mean, that's not really. I wouldn't suggest doing that because you're still gonna pay a monthly fee. But you know, if I wanted to, I could keep one of those games for life, and you know, it just doesn't matter. And the other thing I did is instead of going to some place like shit, I don't know, you know, like instead of going to a grocery store like Fred Meyer's, for example. I don't know if you guys know what Fred Meyer's is. I don't know how many states it's in, but you know, I go to Fred Meyer's and they've got a little video game section. Go in there, everything's like $60. I mean, all the games are brand new, unopened, and it's like $60. Instead of going to a place like Fred Meyer's to get a video game, I started going to GameStop because they sell games for cheaper. They sell used games. Um, you know, a brand new game unopened is still going to be like $60. That's just kind of unavoidable. Whoa, my computer. What the hell is going on? My computer is glitching out. Slow motion, cool. Alright, well this video is going to be completely screwed up and I don't feel like talking for another half hour. So I guess I'll just post this one and yeah, everybody will be annoyed, but that's fine. Because if you're watching this, then you're probably doing something else while you're doing it. You're probably not watching my face, which is all distorted and in slow motion right now. You're probably on Facebook or playing a video game or smoking a jolly old bowl of weed. As I said before, I chain smoke like a train, so uh, hopefully that doesn't bother anybody. I doubt that it would, but if it does, sorry. If it don't, just forget what I said. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. I'm just kind of rambling on because I want to make this video half hour, and I got about 2 minutes left. And I got about 4% left on my computer. Well, you know what? I think I'm just gonna round up the time here. You know, 28 minutes. That's close enough to half hour. For those people who are all, you know, specific about the times, you know, I mean, too bad. I doubt anybody is. I don't even know why I'm still talking. I will see you guys later. If you're watching this or listening to this, thank you for watching or listening. Leave a comment below, if nothing else, just to tell me I'm an asshole. Yeah, and if you can hit a like on the way out, I'd really appreciate it. And one last thought is, I get that this is really my first day on YouTube, actually posting serious videos, not just to piss people off. So I'm gonna say this: if I hit about 100 subscribers, I'm just gonna shoot low because I doubt a lot of people are gonna be watching this. You know, once I hit about 100 subscribers or close to that, I'm not gonna be too picky. I'm gonna start up a Facebook page for my YouTube channel. I'm still thinking about the name of what that will be. And yeah, I'm just gonna throw this in there for fun. If you guys do want to see me make a Facebook page for my channel, then think up some clever names for the Facebook page, and think up a clever name for the YouTube channel. something that I can introduce it on instead of just saying, "Hey, what's up, people?" on YouTube. And for the winner, I don't know. For whoever's name I do pick, if anybody even listens to this, for whoever's name I do pick for the group name or the channel name or whatever, I will follow you on. I'll follow you on YouTube. I'll follow you on Twitter, or whatever suits your fancy. Anyways, yeah, I will see you guys later. Hey, that rounded up to perfectly 30 minutes. Alright, guys, have a nice day.